Hello there you guys, welcome to one of my videos. The 4 players Manchester United could sign before the transfer window closes. So Manchester United could sign Saul Niguez from Atletico Madrid. Now Man United look to hijack Chelsea's bid to sign Saul Niguez. Chelsea have put an offer on the table for Niguez. It's an initial loan with an option to buy next summer. Chelsea is a more likely destination for Niguez than Man United. The Manchester Evening News said that Man United are unlikely to make a move for Niguez. We have to put a midfielder up for sale. Narrative said yesterday that Niguez is set to complete an imminent transfer to Man United. Fabrizio Romano said that Niguez's transfer is on. He said Man United were leading Chelsea in the race. Now it said Man United will bring Niguez in on an initial loan. Says Man United will pay a loan fee and will pay the midfielder's full wages for the entire season. Says the loan deal will include an option to buy or maybe even an obligation to buy. If we was to get Niguez, he'd be our 4th summer signing. Now, before the start of the season, it said that Man United had made contact with the agents of Saul Niguez, and it did mention that the agents of Saul Niguez were due in England for talks with Manchester United and Liverpool. Niguez is valued at £38 million. He has a gentleman's agreement in place with Atletico Madrid that allows him to leave. Niguez has a £128 million release clause. He's got a contract with Atletico Madrid until 2026 because back in 2017 he signed a 9-year contract, and he's been a long-serving player at Atletico Madrid. He endured 13 years with them. He's made over 300 appearances in all competitions. He can be deployed as a central midfielder or a defensive midfielder. Now another player Man United could sign, and that's Ruben Neves from Wolves. Man United are eyeing a cut price deal for Ruben Neves. Man United are unwilling to pay £40 million. Wolves are demanding £40 million to offload Ruben Neves. Bruno Lage wants to keep Ruben Neves but says every player has a price. Bruno Lage has explained that Ruben Neves is happy at Wolves, but earlier on in the summer, Ruben Neves hinted that he'd made a decision on his future. He called any talks of a transfer away and said that he's happy at Wolves, and he did reveal his excitement of working alongside Bruno Lage. Ruben Neves is a very, very good player. The reasons I take him at Manchester United is because he's still young, got a lot of development in him. His performances for Wolves have been fantastic, and if he came to Man United, I'd be convinced he'd replicate what he's done with Wolves, and he's well proven in the Premier League. Now, earlier on in the summer it said Man United were leading Arsenal in the race to sign Ruben Neves. Ruben Neves has got a contract with Wolves until 2024. Wolves paid 15.8 million for him from Porto back in 2017. He's made like 178 appearances for Wolves. Wolves know how much of an imperative player he is. Wolves have struggled since they lost Diego Jota last year to Liverpool. They also lost Matt Doherty to Tottenham. Another player Man United could sign, and that's Eduardo Camavinga from Rennes. Camavinga to Manchester United is possible, because reports from France did recently say that Camavinga is set to leave Rennes before the transfer window closes. Camavinga has made Rennes supporters aware that he's played his final game at the club. Rennes are prepared to sell Camavinga for 30 million. Man United and PSG are in for him, so too are Real Madrid. The other week, Eduardo Camavinga's agent, Jonathan Barnett, mentioned that Camavinga is in no hurry to decide his future. Fabrizio Romano has spoken a lot about the Camavinga transfer saga. He said the other week that Camavinga has two options this summer, including Man United. Camavinga's current contract at Rennes expires next year, so Rennes are prepared to cash in for him now rather than risk losing him on a 3. And another player Man United could sign, and that's Kieran Trippier from Atletico Madrid. So they are the 4 players that Manchester United could sign. The Manchester Evening News did mention that Man United are unlikely to make any more signings before the transfer window closes. The transfer window closes in just under a week now. Solskjaer has already confirmed that he wants Man United to make one more signing in this summer transfer window. Man United must sell to buy. We have not sold one single player in this summer transfer window. I'm surprised in that aspect. We have loaned quite a few players out in this window. We recently loaned Brandon Williams out to Norwich. We loaned Andres Pereira out to Flamengo. We loaned Ethan Laird out to Swansea. We loaned Axel Tuanzebe out to Aston Villa. We loaned Facundo Pellistri out. We also loaned Tahith Chon out to Birmingham. Solskjaer did say prior to the game against Southampton that it looks like Jimmy Garner is going out on loan. And I'm expecting Amad Diallo to go out on loan because Fabrizio Romano recently said that Amad Diallo is still expected to leave Man United on loan. Romano mentioned that Crystal Palace have asked for him. So too have Sheffield United. But he said he's only interested in Premier League clubs. He said Atlanta want to re-sign Amad Diallo on loan. Before the Southampton game, Solskjaer said he expects Amad Diallo to stay at Man United this season because Solskjaer mentioned that he was impressed with Amad Diallo in training. Man United have made 3 signings in this summer transfer window. We brought Tom Heaton in on a free from Aston Villa, we brought Jadon Sancho in from Borussia Dortmund, and we brought Rafael Varane in from Real Madrid. So we spent around £113 million. Earlier on in the summer, Solskjaer mentioned that he was very pleased with our summer transfer business. Man United have enjoyed a good summer transfer window. Solskjaer has received the backing he deserves. Surprisingly, our owners, the Glazers, have backed Solskjaer only because they've been persuaded to. Woodward said several times before that I'd back Solskjaer and he stood by Solskjaer. John Murtough has obviously backed Solskjaer as well. He's our director of football, and Man United made the right decision getting a director of football in. Darren Fletcher, before he's had a few meetings in that with Solskjaer to discuss our transfer plans, and Matt Judge, he's part of the club as well. Solskjaer wasn't backed enough for such a long time. This has been Solskjaer's 5th transfer window as permanent Man United manager. Before the start of the season though, Solskjaer spoke out on Man United's transfer plans. He did say any more signings would be a bonus for Man United. But the players I think Man United need to offload, we need to offload Jones, but it's not going to happen in this summer transfer window. Phil Jones is staying at Man United this season after Solskjaer told him that he remains part of his plans. Jones was out with a knee injury for a while, but he made his comeback from injury in that behind closed doors game against Burnley. Jones actually sustained the knee injury in the FA Cup game against Tranmere. I think Man United need to also offload Diego Dalot. We've now got 6 days to offload him, but it said a few weeks ago that it's very likely Diego Dalot is staying at Manchester United. To be fair, Dalot was impressive throughout pre-season. Dalot was out on loan with AC Milan last season. I think we also need to offload Jesse Lingard. Not so long ago, Solskjaer confirmed that Jesse Lingard remains part of his plans despite the ongoing speculation. West Ham and Everton want Lingard. Stuart Pearce said the other week that West Ham want to sign Lingard, and he mentioned that he's a special lad. He said that West Ham received a huge boost in their pursuit of Lingard. Because he said Man United dropped their asking price for Lingard to 20 million. Initially, we was demanding 30 million. Fabrizio Romano did mention that West Ham were ready to submit another bid. Last season, Lingard endured a 4-month loan spell with West Ham and made an impact. Lingard's current contract at Man United expires next year. Matic, he's another player Man United need to offload, but it won't happen in this summer transfer window. And I think we also need to offload Anthony Martial. I think we'll offload Martial next summer, won't be happening this time round. And it recently said that Man United are ready to let go of Donny van de Beek and Victor Lindelof to make way for more signings. There's a good chance Van de Beek will leave because he isn't getting game time at Manchester United. I said this season Van de Beek's got to get a lot more starts than he did do last season. Last season, Van de Beek made 36 appearances for Man United in all competitions. But most of them appearances came from the bench. Van de Beek only started 4 games in the league last season. This is Van de Beek's second full season at Man United. Earlier on in the summer, he was subjected to a lot of transfer speculation. We got Van de Beek in a deal worth 40 million from Ajax, with add-ons included, and Van de Beek's got a contract with Man United until 2025, and he's versatile, he can play in 3 different roles. I haven't really had much of a perception on him at Man United, but in general he's a good player. I thought he was very, very good at Ajax. And Lindelof, yes, we definitely need to offload him because I do have my strong reservations about him. So far this season, we have taken 4 points from our first 2 games. We beat Leeds on the opening day 5-1, and we drew with Southampton last weekend 1-1. There's already some Man United fans wanting Ole out after just 2 games. I'm not Ole out yet. I think Ole does deserve at least this season. If results aren't going our way in the next 6 or 7 games, then maybe I'll change my perception and say, yeah, let's get Solskjaer out. This season is absolutely massive for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and I think he is aware of that. This is Solskjaer's 3rd full season as Man United manager, and he has got big expectations to exceed. Solskjaer has not yet won a trophy as Manchester United manager. We haven't won a trophy since 2017. Solskjaer has to win a trophy this season to basically save his job. Solskjaer's ambition for this season is to win the Premier League. And I know a lot of United fans are sceptical we're going to win a title under Ollie, or win anything under Ollie, should I say. We haven't won the Premier League since 2013, which is 8 years ago now. Well, before the start of the season, Solskjaer talked up Man United's title hopes, and he said he knew the pressure was on. He made an admission saying that Man City were the favourites, but he said the title race is open. Manchester United do play Wolves this Sunday at Molineux. That will be Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's 100th Premier League game as Manchester United manager. In all competitions, Solskjaer has managed 153 games. I think we certainly made a mistake giving Solskjaer that new 3-year contract before the start of the season, because he won't see out that 3-year contract. Solskjaer is not the long-term manager for Man United, and I think a lot of United fans will agree with me on that aspect. My two biggest concerns about Ole is that he hasn't got a proven pedigree as a manager, and his decision making is also my other big concern. I have criticised Solskjaer a hell of a lot during his managerial tenure at Man United, but I've had my reasons behind it. The reason Solskjaer is still Manchester United manager is because he's a club legend. That's what's basically saved his job. Disregarding being a club legend, I can assure he wouldn't have been here now, because we've endured very bad periods under him where he's been extremely close to getting sacked. But Ole has been in charge of Man United now for almost 3 years. Progress has been made under Ole because Solskjaer's got us to semi-finals. Last season he got us to the Europa League final. That was his first major final as Man United manager. He also got us to the FA Cup quarter-final last season. So there you go. There's other positives as well. Last season Ole did get us a second place finish. You don't get anything for finishing second, and last season Solskjaer accepted it wasn't a successful season, and in Solskjaer's first full season he got us a third place finish. I like the way Solskjaer develops the youth. He's more or less given everybody their chances to express themselves, including the young players, like he surely would do when he got appointed in as Man United manager. He has made good signings as Manchester United manager. Solskjaer has signed 13 players so far, and he's spent just over £400 million in total. In the summer of 2019, he recommended Daniel James and Wan-Bissaka and Harry Maguire in. Back in January 2020, he brought Bruno Fernandes in and Odion Ighalo in on loan. Ighalo left in January this year. In the summer of 2020, which was last summer, Solskjaer brought Donny van de Beek in, Alex Telles, Edison Cavani, Amad Diallo and Facundo Pellistri. Last summer we got 4 of those players on deadline day, and in this summer transfer window so far he's brought Tom Heaton in, Jadon Sancho and Raphael Varane. Also got rid of a lot of players since he's come in. Solskjaer's got rid of a lot of players permanently. He's loaned quite a lot of players out as well. So I'll mention a lot of the players he's got rid of permanently. So obviously Solskjaer's got rid of Fossa Mensah. He left in January. Also got rid of Marcus Rojo back in January. Also got rid of Odion Ighalo. He also released Sergio Romero and Joe Pereira. Solskjaer's let players like Ashley Young go, Valencia go, Smalling go, and that trio were long-serving players at the club. Solskjaer also let Darmian go. He got rid of Angel Gomez, got rid of Ander Herrera. I think we certainly made a bad mistake getting rid of Ander Herrera. Also got rid of Fellaini back in January 2019. Let Angel Gomez go, let Sanchez go, and he let Romelu Lukaku go. So there, a lot of the players he's got rid of permanently. Have I mentioned them all? Don't know. The players he has loaned out. So like I said earlier on, this summer transfer window we've loaned Williams out, we loaned Andres Pereira out, we loaned Ethan Laird out, Axel Tuanzebe, loaned Pelistri out again, loaned Tahith Chong out. Back in January, we loaned some players out. We loaned Tiedemann Mengi out. We loaned Jesse Lingard out to West Ham. We also loaned Diego Dalot out to AC Milan. We loaned Pereira out as well, didn't we? Because he was out on loan with Lazio last season. A few other players we've loaned out as well. We did loan Jimmy Garner out at one point, didn't we? We also loaned Dylan Levitt out. We loaned Dishon Bernard out. So there you go. But in general, you've got to turn around and say Solskjaer's done a good job to say the current squad he was left with when he got appointed in as Man United manager. Because he was inheriting a lot of deadwood and he's still inheriting some of the deadwood now. All he knew when he'd taken over at Man United, it was going to be a massive job. Despite him knowing the club through thick and thin, Ole is managing one of the biggest clubs in the world, if not the biggest club in the world. We appointed Solskjaer in back in December 2018 to replace Jose Mourinho. Solskjaer's been permanent Manchester United manager since March 2019. He's our fourth permanent manager since Ferguson. Since Ferguson, we sacked 3 managers. We sacked David Moyes after 10 months. He's one of the worst managers we've ever had. We actually finished 7th under the David Moyes era. That's the lowest we've finished in the Premier League era. We sacked Louis van Gaal after 2 years, despite him winning the FA Cup. And we sacked Jose Mourinho after 2.5 years. He won the Europa League, the League Cup and the Community Shield in his first season. Also got us a 2nd place finish in his first season. So you can say Mourinho did enjoy one good season at Man United. We spent a lot of money. We must have spent £1 billion, or is it over £1 billion now in the last 8 years? And we've brought a good 42, 43 players in. But we haven't been the same team since Ferguson retired. Obviously, a lot of United fans predicted it was all going to go wrong when Ferguson retired, which obviously it has done. Like I've said to you, no one's going to replicate what Ferguson did at the club, and no one will last as long as Ferguson did. Ferguson brought success to Man United. Man United, he won 30 odd trophies, including 13 Premier League titles. And Ferguson enjoyed a 26, 27 year tenure at Man United, but Ferguson didn't settle in straight away because he didn't win out in his first 4 years at the club. So it just shows you that it takes some managers time to settle in. Like I updated you not so long ago, Solskjaer wants new contracts for Bruno Fernandes, Paul Pogba, Harry Maguire, Luke Shaw and Marcus Rashford. To be fair, we have extended a lot of players' contracts since Solskjaer got appointed in. So anyway guys, I'll back with more videos later on. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel. If you do, consider subscribe as always, and take care. God bless. See you all again very, very soon.